Hey everybody, it's Larry Steinhouse, and this is the Larry Steinhouse Show. Hey everybody, this is pretty cool. We're going to have a good time today, and I have my next guest here. My next guest is David D. Simons, and David's a really cool dude. I met David at one of Ken MacArthur's events, and I'm pretty impressed by David. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He's an entrepreneur and a social media enthusiast who utilizes his offline and online skills to promote brands, increase businesses, support causes, and build relationships. Now, you know, I got to tell you something. People building relationships online, I think that's really important. What kind of relationships, what kind of relationships, David? So I got to ask you, David. So what kind of relationships do you think that are being built online that help people with business?
Yeah, definitely. Some of the best partners that I've had and have are relationships that I started through common interest in, whether landing pages like ClickFunnels pages and things like that, or people that just had a specific interest in something that aligned. And so it's important. You just don't know when somebody friends you or adds you on LinkedIn or Facebook. Take the time to actually get to know who that person is. Set up a 10-minute, 15-minute phone call. It could be.
All right, so I got 5,000 friends on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know 4,992 of them.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 91 now because I know you now.
Yeah.
So how does one navigate through that? You know, I get 10 friend requests a day.
Right.
So how does one navigate through that if somebody wants to really do something like that,
right,
and talk to and actually physically meet the people on Facebook? How do you do it?
Well, it's got to become a priority, right? You've got to make it something that's important to you. Know that, from looking through your connections, seeing that, hey, there's this person that aligns with some of the goals that I have, some of the people that I'd like to meet. At first, it has to be an interest in that, right? And then it's just doing it, putting it in your calendar. I mean, you could go through that 5,000 person list within 2 to 3 months. Putting 10, 15-minute phone calls. 6 to 7 phone calls a day. That's not even 2 hours. So it could add up over time, and just being consistent with it.
So even if I called 5 people a day, that would take me 3 years. 5
people a day, 3 years.
Right.
Is that
365 days in a year. Right. 5,000 friends. That's 1,000 days.
Right.
So that's 3 years. I realize I'm roughing it, but it's 3 years, right?
Yeah. So, you definitely want to not all 5,000, but you have to weed it down.
I understand. I was being funny because I thought about it right now. Like, holy cow! It would take me if I called 5 a day. It would take me 3 years before I did it, right?
Right. Yeah.
And that's assuming I did it every day, including weekends, right?
That'd be rough. That'd be rough. Yeah.
All right. So tell me a little bit more about what you're doing. So you're a social media expert, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite social media?
Facebook.
Facebook. I want to see if Facebook stock just went up. No, I don't. Because I'm a big fan of Facebook too. Actually,
yeah, absolutely.
Clearly, I have a Facebook Live show.
Yeah.
So I got to ask you. So
yeah.
I really see this vision of Facebook Live being the next TV.
Definitely.
Now, what I'm surprised at is it's not.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to have a lot of resistance to it being the next. Do you think that's Facebook holding it back, or do you think it's people's perception holding it back?
It's a great question. I think just like we have technological shifts, sometimes it takes people a little bit to catch on before, like even live streaming, right? Live streaming as a whole, people have been trying to do live stream like since Ustream and beyond, and it just didn't really take off till the last 2, 3, maybe 4 years. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time for people to adjust because people don't like change. But Facebook has already prioritized Facebook Watch, right? So that's a segment of this whole content creation platform that they're building. They want to eliminate, and actually 2020 is going to be the first year that social media advertising overtakes television advertising.
Wow, so, it's funny. I don't even watch TV anymore, or hardly watch TV anymore.
Right,
and it's true that I buy more stuff on social media advertising than I ever bought on television advertising. And here's one of the reasons: all I have to do is click it, and I buy it.
Right.
And I love that. It's fantastic. So we do a lot of social media advertising too for investor schooling, for our wholesaling business.
Wonderful.
And I'm telling you, it blows my mind. People say to me all the time, like, does Facebook advertising work in wholesaling? I'm like, yeah, it really does. We probably get 10 or 15 leads. I'm going to say maybe even more, maybe something like 20, 25 leads a month off of Facebook. We probably close 3 or 4 of them.
That's awesome.
So,
How much are you spending?
We're probably in the $4,000 to $5,000 range.
Okay,
Right.
Excellent.
Yeah. And look, one deal is more than that. So
Absolutely.
it's definitely worth it. Yeah. So it definitely works. And then the for investor schooling, we kind of turned it off for the end of November, December.
Okay.
We turned it back on, and I'll let you know what happens.
Yeah.
And the reason we turned it off is because we realized that people aren't looking at Facebook advertising for school. They're looking for Facebook advertising for presence. But the weird part is December was one of our biggest months for new students. So I'm kind of thinking maybe there was a bad play by turning it off.
Yeah, it sounds like
and maybe our momentum is starting to build so fast now that it just happened to be one of the greatest months. I mean, December was one of our greatest months. It wasn't our greatest. January so far is our greatest month.
Wow.
And we're not even halfway through the month yet, or we're just about halfway through the month.
Look at that.
And we've got a bunch of Facebook advertising going out, a bunch of other advertising going out too.
Excellent.
So it's kind of really cool.
Yeah.
We're totally into this. It's just so much fun.
It is. It's a gold mine.
So what do you do for people to get them to advertise on Facebook or other social media sites?
Yeah, so I do. There's 2 aspects, right? There's the consulting of handling the work for clients, and then I do a lot of training, like yourselves here at Investor Schooling, because we found that those that are the best clients are usually the ones that are trained or taught first, and then you show them how you can help them in a deeper level. So we help to build the campaigns out, build the whole process, for Facebook advertising, from the landing page, the research, setting up your pixels, putting all the elements in place, getting your graphic design, testing, reiterating, going through that whole process of designing Facebook ads. So we run the whole gamut on that, and it's really important. I feel that more and more people should be leveraging social media advertising as a whole, and more people should be leveraging Facebook advertising. I think it's one of the best advertising opportunities known to man. So
I totally agree.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm a big fan of the concept of Facebook. I look at Facebook as literally going to replace the internet. Facebook sits on the internet.
Yes.
But it's going to become that if you don't have a Facebook business page, no one's going to find you.
Right.
If you don't have a Facebook fan page, no one's going to find you.
Right.
So I see it happening now. Facebook got so much bad press in the last last year, I guess, that I think it slowed it down a little bit, but I don't think it's over.
Right.
I'm still waiting for Zuckerberg to be fired, but we'll see what happens then. But at the same time, I think the concept and what they're building is incredible.
Definitely.
They're going to take over. It's going to be Amazon of the internet.
It is.
Where Amazon is, Amazon has all the shopping.
Right.
And Facebook's going to become the place you go to find your, it's going to be the yellow pages. It's going to be all the things that Google has created in the past. And it's just going to be a different way to get there. In fact, everybody looks at their phone.
Yeah.
I was in a restaurant the other day. I saw all these kids, and I'm not talking about kids like 16-year-olds.
Right.
I'm talking about 3 and 4-year-olds on phones. Now, they obviously weren't making phone calls, but they were using it to entertain themselves, which means we have now created an addiction that is so incredible that 3 and 4-year-olds are already addicted, and because it's not smoking, it's okay.
Right.
Which is going to be a major problem.
It is. I even have to stop myself sometimes. I get this the screen time app on the iPhone.
I hate that thing.
Yeah, I have to turn that on.
Yeah, my screen phone app says you spent 26 hours today on the phone. I'm like, 26 hours? There's only 24 hours in a day. And it says, I know.
Yeah.
So people are advertising on Facebook.
Yeah.
Are they using you to advertise? Is that what they do?
Yeah. So they work with us to help them do advertising for them. We predominantly work with a lot of speakers, a lot of trainers, coaches, and consultants, because sometimes they're the face of their business, and they don't know the back end stuff, and they don't want to deal with it necessarily.
Right.
And so we understand those components and say, you know what, hey, we'll help you to do that, because I believe that on that topic, that personal branding is what you've done here with the Larry Steinhouse Show is amazing. Just
thanks, man.
Your whole personal brand, that's the way forward. Because if you think about, I always use this stat. We know Kylie Jenner, right? She's about to be the youngest billionaire ever at 21. If you ask the average American, what's the name of her company?
I don't even know who Kylie Jenner is.
Kylie
I just
Jenner,
happen to know her last name is Jenner, so
Right.
I'd be able to put it together.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm not normal, right? And I really am not. I'm
Right.
not the normal person
Yeah.
that doesn't know who
Yeah.
this is. I mean, if you ask me who
Yeah.
Les Brown is,
Yeah.
and if you ask me who Greg Reed is, and if you ask me who Brian Tracy are, I
Right.
know who they are.
Right.
But I don't know who Kylie Jenner is. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, Kim Kardashian. If Kim
Right.
Kardashian was sitting in this room right now and she said, "Hi, my name is Kim," I say hi.
Yeah.
And she go Kardashian. I'm like, Kim, you mean like the Kim? I wouldn't even know.
Understood.
But that's just me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not normal that way, right?
Understood.
So, but most people are. You know,
Right.
I want people to know who I am.
Yes.
So you say personal
Yeah.
branding. So
Right.
you talk about personal branding. And I thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. But I'm out there all the time trying to brand myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure. Number one, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
And number two, I'm not even sure what I'm branding myself for.
Hey,
What's really cool is like the Larry Steinhouse Show, right?
Yeah.
I've said this to 5 people today. How much did I charge you to be on the show? Nothing, right?
Yeah.
I'm just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the idea that people are coming on the show and they're
Right.
and I'm helping them promote themselves
Right.
and I'm helping their personal brand.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, here it is. You're on my show, and
Yeah.
to me, it's just so much fun.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
And that's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
So, what about some other social media outlets like Instagram,
Yeah.
like Twitter, or
Yeah.
like LinkedIn? How do you manage those?
Absolutely. So Instagram right now is taking over as far as its popularity, and so it's the fastest growing social network right now. So one of the things you can, which I just did earlier, was using my story to tell people about this amazing setup that Larry has here. Is that people want to see a story? They want to see the behind the scenes. They want to know what you're doing. They want to see all this amazing equipment, and so that journey builds trust, right? So all of these things that we're seeing in social media and digital marketing, really, it's just a faster way to speed up the trust cycle and processing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For
Absolutely.
business.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's what Instagram is doing. It's just speeding up the trust process for somebody to engage with you to do business. And then from LinkedIn, which I think is obviously the best business professional network out there. And LinkedIn is really designed for you to do business. Like a lot of people feel like, oh, it's just a place where I leave my resume and what I can do. But it's really a place for people are seeking to do business. I've had I have the ability for me to become a corporate trainer doing social media for all these different Fortune 500 companies came through LinkedIn. Somebody looking me up, finding my profile, sending me a message and say, hey, would you be open to do this? And so there are people actively looking for opportunities and looking for contractors and looking for things. So I always tell people, please optimize your LinkedIn profile. It's a gold mine.
So you have to tell me. So
Yeah.
you had something that you were recognized by Entrepreneur.com.
Yes.
So tell me about that. That actually
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing, huh?
Yeah. So it's not a bad thing at all. So it was recognized for my work in a company that I was working in. I used to work for a company actually not too far from here called TerraCycle, the world's leader in upcycling and recycling. So I was really active in getting the following growing and everything. So we were recognized as top Twitter brands to follow for TerraCycle, and Entrepreneur recognized my work along with Dell and Yahoo and all these other corporations, because we were just doing some really unique stuff. So when I got into social media marketing, and there was no roadmap. It wasn't clear what to do, what not to do. So it was kind of just trailblazing in many ways. And so sometimes these guys recognized some of the work we were doing.
That's you ever read the book Malcolm Caldwell, Outlier?
Oh no, I haven't read that.
Oh, you want to read this book because you are in that book.
Okay.
Right? You are in that book because you were there first. Now it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that it may have. I don't know if you're like
Yeah.
a multi-billionaire or not. I don't know
love
anything
to
about
be.
you, right? but you might want to read this book because you
Okay.
happen to be what they call an outlier,
Okay.
and you might actually benefit from it. In fact, it's a very inspirational book.
Okay.
And at the same time, the book is like, oh, that stinks,
Yeah.
because they say like people like Bill Gates just happen to be at the right place at the right time, and if
Right.
he wasn't, whatever he's doing now, it wouldn't have worked the same way, which is kind of. But you'll get the idea when you
Okay.
read the book.
Look forward to
So it's a
reading
good book. So when somebody wants to start out and they want to start advertising on Facebook, I mean, I had 1 or 2 people in here. They don't even have a Facebook account. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? How could you not have a Facebook account, right? So they don't even have a Facebook account. They don't have anything. They don't have a LinkedIn account. Where should they start?
Yeah. You really got to start with, analyzing what problem do you solve for someone. If talking to a business, what is the problem that you solve for them, and who is the type of person that wants that problem solved? What are their demographics? What are their psychographics? What are the things that are going to relate to them? And so when you know that, then you're going to build your brand on that. You're going to build your brand to solve the problem of the people that you're trying to cater to. And Facebook, as we know, does an amazing job of targeting. So even if
they got in trouble for that,
they did. They did too well of a job of doing that. So even if
they got caught.
Yeah. That's right.
Again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. So even if you don't have something set up, you need to start thinking of the end goal. Don't just look at it as, I don't want to be on there, everybody knows my business. No, you can be private with Facebook as well. You can build a brand that focuses on, like, for example, there are many people that have brands that are like, I love cats, I love dogs, and you can have a whole Facebook page around what you love, and then you can still advertise, you can still reach your market. So it's that's the first thing, is knowing who you want to reach, and then build your profile around that.
All right, so somebody, they don't have a Facebook account, they open up their Facebook account.
Yeah.
Now they have to make friends.
Right.
So when I get a friend request from somebody with 4 friends,
yeah,
I delete it immediately.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who this person is, or or even if I do, I question it, because if they only have 4 friends,
right,
it means that this is a new account, and I'm a little concerned about it. Yeah. Right. Or they're not connected to any of my other friends, etc. Gotcha. So how is this person? I mean, when I originally, and it's funny, it was a cool idea in the beginning, but it was a really bad idea in the end. When Facebook used to let you friend anyone and everyone, I friended anyone and everyone. Gotcha. Now I'm struggling to weed all those friends. For the last 2 years, I've been struggling to weed all those friends out. Right. Because like if you try to friend me, you and I are friends on Facebook anyway, right. But if somebody new tries to friend me, I don't have enough friend space. Yeah. Which I hate that too, by the way. Yeah. That's. Do you think Facebook's ever going to change that?
No, they're probably not going to touch that.
No. Yeah. I actually think that their stock would go up 10 points if they changed that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's a big mistake that they're making.
It is. It is a big mistake.
I mean, especially they got Instagram. You can have 22 million friends. Who cares, right?
Right.
So why would Facebook not let it?
I think they just want to. To investors, growth is an important tool. An important metric, and so they constantly want to show that they're growing and people are using, and so they don't want to do anything that would seem to limit the activity or potential growth of the network. So I think that's my thought period.
Yeah, I don't know.
Behind it. Yeah.
All I know is make it 5, make it 10,000, make it 20. I don't but I need more room.
Right.
I need more headroom. But then again, it doesn't even a playing field for all the people with 5,000 friends. Right. He's got 5,000 friends. Oh, he's got 5,000 friends. How many friends does he really want? Right. Where I go into Instagram and I got some people with 100,000 friends. Right. And you're skeptical right away. Like, how could somebody have 100,000 friends? Right.
Exactly.
So I kind of get it. I kind of think there's something there. Yeah. So tell me about your company. Yeah. What's it called? It's called Kingdom Social Media? Yeah. So why do you call yourself Kingdom Social Media?
Kingdom Social Media, 2 reasons. Well, we believe in helping our clients to dominate. When you think of a kingdom, you think of dominate. Sure. I also live by the principle, I'm a Christian, that Matthew.
I was hoping you were going to say that, because I was, because if you said kingdom and dominate, I'm like, oh no, he's missing the point. but I'm glad you used the second part, which
Absolutely.
is great. So you're a Christ-based person, and I love that.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
amen, brother.
Amen. So Matthew 6:33, I try to do my best to live by that, seeking first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you.
Awesome. So, you're a Bible quoter. I love it, man. I tried to memorize Bible quotes, and every time I do, even my favorite ones, I remember them for a week, and that's all I can do. Yeah. But then that's just not my thing. It doesn't matter. But I can go back and I can reference the concept.
Right. That's
of
the key.
Quote every time. Right.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
I'm super excited that you came here today.
Yeah,
but you still got about 3 or 4 minutes. So let's talk about something real quick, about something that we can help, that you can help somebody with. Yeah. So first of all, somebody comes to you again. They have nothing. Right. They contact you. Right. How long does it take before you get them up and running?
Well, I always like to start with a strategy. So everything starts with a strategy. So we'll put them through a 10-step strategy plan that we have, which goes over the objectives. What are your financial objectives? What are your growth objectives, engagement objectives? Who's your target market? Who are your competitors online? What social networks do you want to be on? How consistent do you want to be? What's your frequency? So we put all that together. We can literally have that up within 2 days.
Wow.
So we put that whole process together. Then we once we have your plan in place, then we create your assets. So we do from soup to nuts, A to Z, to help people to build the brand. We've built brands where we build the logos. They don't have a logo. You need a website. We do all those things in efforts to build your marketing. So we don't focus on those things like building a website and all that stuff, but we do it because we know you need it to be able to be effective in your marketing. So we've walked people from people that say I don't want to touch it to people that I don't know much about it to people that are experts. So various levels.
Will you create people's fan pages too, or group?
Yeah,
okay,
the whole thing.
Excellent. So will you do the graphics as well?
We'll do the graphics.
So what if I don't want to post on Facebook? David, you convinced me. I know I need it done.
Right.
I just don't want to have anything to do with Facebook. I don't care, but I know I need it done. How do I hire you to do that?
Yeah. So really just set up a quick consultation with us at kingdomsocialmedia.com, 30-minute. We'll kind of review everything, see if it's a good fit, because we always want to make sure it's a good fit for you and for us. And what we'll do is we can manage the whole process. We create the content, come up with the strategy guides the content. So we'll create the content based on the strategy, help you put the graphics together. We'll post it. We have a process where it's completely hands off. You don't have to do anything but approve it.
So somebody, I know some people, some of my peers who they have people like you doing that,
right?
And they actually say sometimes I don't even agree with my own posts.
Yeah, yeah, that's not good. We want total alignment,
Well,
total alignment.
You got people working this thing so hard that that they don't really have time. And 3 days later, they see the post and they go, "I don't even agree with that post."
Yeah,
and then they got people commenting, "How could you say that?" And you're like,
"Oh wow."
Well, I kind of like it. And then they got to come up and defend it, right? So I find that funny too. That you say that you have to be approved, which I think is a very smart strategy.
Absolutely.
So you can post on Twitter, you can post on LinkedIn, you can post on Instagram. That's awesome, man.
We use automation, leverage automation to do that for sure.
So you're not actually doing. You don't have a person actually doing it. You're doing it.
No, I have team members as well. But we use automation. For example, and I didn't say this earlier, but Twitter is one of the most untapped social networks in my opinion, and it's actually one of the social networks that can drive the most organic traffic out of all of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to have a Twitter conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, okay?
It's the fastest growing network among executives and corporate people and business people out of all of them.
I wonder if that has anything to do with Trump. That could have a lot to do with
it. Could be.
It really could, yeah. Trump put Twitter back on the map.
Yeah. Twitter was dying.
That was clear. Yeah, that was
clear. It still is dying to the millennials and to the generations below. But in the business sector, Twitter is doing great. Wow.
But it looks like Facebook is making its comeback too. I don't know what the stock is doing today, but it looks like it's making. I think everybody's finally. All right, I had enough with the bull crap about they're stealing my data. I'm moving on. I'm going to talk about it. So,
everybody's stealing data. You know what I mean?
I know. I thought it was the dumbest conversation ever. You mean Facebook knows everything I put on Facebook? Duh.
Verizon.
Let me get this straight. You post a cat picture and you're surprised that you got an advertisement in your feed for cat food?
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
I know. I feel like my phone spies on me.
Yeah.
I have a conversation with my wife about something.
Oh, yeah.
And an hour later, it shows up my Facebook feed.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We all know this is happening. Why are you surprised?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We can have an awesome conversation about this, but unfortunately, our time is up.
I understand. No, definitely. Next time.
All right. So, again, give us your website and how people can get a hold of you.
Yeah. You go to kingdomsocialmedia.com. There's a book now button, bright blue button on the front. And we're glad to talk with you and see if it's a good fit. Thank you for having me, Larry.
Sounds great, man. Awesome.